I must admit, in the past 2 years that I've been in this country, one of the most common words or conversations I've had have been around credit score, borrowing, finance, mortgages, and things like that. And that is actually like been constantly on my mind to say, is that a measure of success? Is that probably the direction and trajectory that we need to take if we are in the diaspora, guys? And as a newbie, I took interest. And as a newbie, I've realized that one of the most important things, or one of the biggest favors that you can do for yourself, is start building a credit score for yourself from day one. And I will mention why in this video. So you do stay tuned as we talk finance today, as we talk the importance of having a good credit score or having a high credit score, and how best you can build your credit score. So guys, a big welcome to my YouTube channel. If you're watching us for the first time, my name is Florence, and on this platform we just talk about life in the diaspora, life abroad, because I live in the UK. I've been in the country for over 2 years now. I came to the country on a skilled worker visa, on a care visa, and so far it's been a learning curve. You learn a lot along the way, and you can only become as successful as you learn. So no wonder why I love to talk about these things and share with all of you guys. So today we're talking finance, we are talking credit score. And guys, disclaimer, I'm no finance guru. This is a whole new thing for me, because I used to live in Zimbabwe. That's where I'm from, and I must say, in Zimbabwe, things work differently. The economy works differently. The finance sector works differently, which probably we will talk in other videos, but not today, because today we want to focus. We want to stay on course and stay on the business. So guys, some of you will be asking, what's credit score? The same way I asked, what is credit score? So I must say, it's a numerical, or a way of really quantifying how faithful you are in terms of paying debt or paying your dues when you borrow. So basically, in layman's language, that's basically what I can say, to say, what are your chances of paying back? What's the probability that you're going to be faithful enough to pay back when you borrow? So why is it important, and who needs this? So basically, if you live in this country, and probably if you're somebody who is, basically if you're in this country, you definitely need a credit score. Why? Because at some point you need to borrow. At some point you need to deal with financial institutions, be it when you're looking into housing, you're looking into employment, you're looking into financing a car or anything. You're gonna deal with these financial institutions. So it's important for everybody to know and work towards these things. So it's very, very important. And in some instances, really, it can ruin your employment chances when you don't have a good credit score. So what's the best way to build a good credit score? First and foremost is for you to be able to check your credit score timelessly. Why do I say that? It's because it's a system. To be fair, there could be errors along the way. There could be errors with the system. So if you're not checking it constantly, what it means is probably by the time you want to borrow, or by the time you want to access some financial aid, and then you realize like, no, my credit score cannot be this low or cannot be at this level. There's been an error somehow. But then already you're at that point where you need to access the financial aid. So checking it consistently will keep you on top of the game, will keep you on top of all the errors that can happen along the way. So there are some institutions, or there are some companies that actually offer this service for free. So you can actually check on the internet which credit score checking sites or checking organizations that do it for free for you, so that you're on top of your game. The second thing that you can do actually is to register to vote. This one is for free. That's why I love it. It's one of the first things that I was told to say, go and register to vote. It's free. You just go on your council website and then you register. That way it shows who are you and your citizenship status in the country and everything else. So, but by doing that, you can actually up your credit score. The third thing that I want to talk about as a way of really aiding or growing your credit score is by paying your bills on time. Definitely, if you live in this country and you're an adult, definitely you've got bills, be it your rentals, be it your direct debits, be it your phone bill, be it your council tax, anything, be it anything that you have borrowed, please make sure you pay on time, because these systems are quite linked, and it's when you miss a payment or when you delay a payment, then what that means is your credit score will dip or dive. So we don't want that. So always keep on top of your game as far as your bills are concerned. Your direct debits, make sure you're on top of them. I mean, one of the things that I was told is if you've got any bills, anything that needs paid, put them on direct debit. What that means is you don't have to manually pay or manually go into your account and do a transfer. But what that does is automatically your payments, when the day comes, your payments just go directly. So that helps just in case maybe you're on holiday, or just in case maybe you're at work that day and then you get overwhelmed. All your payments just happen automatically, so you don't get to miss a payment. So it's very, very important. The other thing that I want to talk about as far as how you can improve your credit score is having one credit card. I mean, there will be so many institutions offering you that facility, offering you that service. So they'll be reaching out to you, they'll be doing all sorts with you. But the sticking with one is a good sign that you're a good borrower, you pay credit on time. Also, what that does over time, when you stay with one credit card company, what that means is it shows you've got a relationship, and this is what lenders want from you. This is what they want to see you. So this can actually aid in improving your credit score. One of the things as well that I want to talk about as far as these credit cards are concerned is showing responsibility. You need to be somebody who is responsible with your credit card. And what a great way of keeping on top of this, or of being or showing responsibility, than to borrow and pay on time. What you borrow on your credit card, pay on time. That way you lower your interest rates and everything, and again, it's good for your credit score. Also, with this credit card, one of the things that I got advised on was to say, you could be having maybe access to credit. Maybe I'll give an example to say maybe £1,000. Always try by all means to stick to using 30% or less of your credit eligibility or your credit amount. What that does is it shows that you're not entirely relying on borrowing for you to live. You've got other means and ways of surviving without credit, and lenders do love that. Financial institutions do love this for you. And obviously, when you keep it that way, this is money that you can pay off easily. You're not struggling when it comes to paying it. So it's actually good for your credit score as well. Obviously, some people will ask, why do I really need a credit score? Why do I really need to work on it? I mean, why does it seem like it's a very, very important thing? I will mention why it's very, very important. And I've got 4 reasons for you why it's very, very important that you've got a higher credit score. First and foremost, you could be somebody who is wanting to borrow. You are wanting a loan. You're wanting a mortgage. You're wanting a car finance. These institutions that can offer you, this could be banks, because this could be car dealerships, this could be any organization that you can borrow from. They would want to look at your credit score as an indicator of you being able to pay back what you have borrowed from them. So it's very, very important, if you're somebody who is going to look into property investment, real estate, owning a property in this country, definitely you have to look at your credit score. You have to start working on your credit score. You have to start prioritizing your credit score, because it's really important. The second thing why you need a good credit score is your ability to access lower interest rates. We spoke about you borrowing, whether borrowing for your mortgage, borrowing for your car, or borrowing for any other purpose, be it investment whatsoever. Definitely, the way your credit score looks will determine the interest rates you're gonna get. So definitely, if you're gonna have a good credit score, what it means is you can actually bargain, or you actually stand a chance for a very low interest rate. And guys, if you're living in this country, if there is anything that is very, very important, is if there is an opportunity for you to save, if there is an opportunity for you to pay less, definitely go for that. And what a better way than to plan your finances, plan and build your credit score so that you can get to save more in the end when you want to borrow. I mean, it's a good way of doing it. The third thing is housing and employment. We talked about landlords and things. Definitely, it's one of the things when I was house hunting, it's one of the things that they look at to say, well, what's your credit score like? Definitely, they want that, especially if you've already been in the country for a long time. You could be forgiven if you're still new in the country, but if you've been in the country for a long time, definitely they'll use that to check whether or not to offer you a service. Also, there are some organizations where if they want to employ you, they will have to check your credit history. It says a lot about your character. It says a lot about your financial responsibility and their ability to employ you in their sector or to employ you in their organization. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to our credit score because we don't want to miss opportunities because we didn't pay attention to our credit score, because we were not financially faithful, or because we didn't work on building a better credit score. Last but not least, another advantage of having a good credit score is the fact that when you decide to access financial aid, or when you decide to approach financial institutions for any aid or any loans, your credit score can actually determine some premium discounts that you can get, some better reward programs. You can find out that maybe two people approach the same institution for the same savings, but one can get a better discount, one can get a better premium product over the other. And you wonder why we want the same thing, we went at the same time, we went to the same institution. What can determine this difference is your credit score. So it's very, very important that we pay attention to it. It's very important that we work towards it. It's very important. I mean, one of the reasons we are on the desperate journey, we relocated for our goals, we relocated to be successful, for a purpose. So it's very, very important that if we are still to keep our eyes on the ball, our eyes on the goal eventually, credit score, financial faithfulness, financial alertness, financial awareness is one of the things that we need to pay attention to. And guys, this brings us to the end of this video. And guys, all that we have said, I've tried to explain it in a layman's language. So this does not take away from you consulting your financial institution, be it your bank and other service providers, for consultation, for in-depth knowledge and input that can actually set you up for success. And guys, that's all I had for you today. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already done so. If you've done so, thank you so much, and stay tuned as we bring you more content, more insights, more input, and we'll see you in our next video, guys. Thank you. Bye.